Today on Kicks Chronicles, we chat sneaker history with the bearded villain himself, TucaTek. We talk the kicks he loved growing up, his most recent pickups including a couple of Travis Scotts, and lastly we battle it out to see who has the best beard in the sneaker culture. This is Kicks Chronicles. Yes, my people, Big PROZECH back again, and you already know what it is. Kicks Chronicles, your sneaker and lifestyle podcast. Welcome once again. This is episode 39. We're cooking, we're moving, we're doing good things, and I hope you guys are well. I'm your boy PROZECH, and welcome. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for everyone that's managed to watch, listen to our most recent episodes. The last interview we did with Shoe Galore, which was great, and our first midweek episode as well. Obviously, if you haven't managed to catch any of those, they're available on all digital platforms. This week, we're talking sneaker history with sneaker content creator from Bristol, TucaTek, up the Bristonians. We talk about him first falling in love with the Jordan 6 Infrared, spicy shoe. And he also tells us the story of how he picked up the Jordan 6 Crimson on a US Army base through his uncle who actually was in the US Army. We also chat modern day kicks, and he tells us how he recently copped their Travis Scott Air Max 1 in the Saturn Gold, and he also, lucky boy, he also managed to get early access on the last Travis Scott Jordan 1. Yes, he managed to pick up the olive, and he tells us how he gave it as a gift to his son. So not only does he have an amazing beard, but he also is an amazing father. Absolutely crazy. Great guy. Talking of beards, we also talk about his immense beard, and we battle it out for beard supremacy before Tuca concedes defeat and reluctantly invites me to become an unofficial member of the Bearded Villains, an actual beard gang, bro. An actual beard gang called the Bearded Villains. Lastly, we talk about what being a sneakerhead means to him, and he answers some quick fire questions. As I said, an amazing guest, a really cool guy. Awesome beard, I have to say. But in general, like a really cool guy. Family guy. Is a good guy, man. Really cool interview as well. I really enjoyed our chat, and hopefully you guys will find it interesting and entertaining. And with all of that being said, I'm your boy PROZECH. This is Kicks Chronicles, and today our illustrious guest is TucaTek. Enjoy. Yes, my people. Big PROZECH back in the building, and you already know what it is. Another episode of your Kicks Chronicles, and I have another illustrious guest in the building. You can see him, I can see him. You get me? I've got a lot of beard envy. It's a lot of beard knocking about on the pod this week. You get me? If you're just listening, you're missing out on the heavyweight beard off that's going on right now. You got two of the heaviest beards in the game going head to head. You get me, man? It's amazing to see. But yeah, I've got TucaTek in the building. Big up TucaTek, man. Thank you so much for joining us this week, man. Get me? Only the most illustrious of guests, as I said, man. How's it going, my bro?
Yeah, not too bad. How about yourself?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Yeah. I'm so happy to have you. I can't say, like, every single time I manage to get a guest, I'm like, yes. You get me, man? Somebody wants to chat to me about kicks.
Yeah,
I love
of course.
it. You get me, man? So I'm super thankful to have you, bro. And another thing that I'm really happy about is obviously we've got somebody, that represents another part of the UK. You get me? So I get to understand a little bit more, because I'm trying to get the sneaker culture from every part of the UK, every part of the globe, my G, everywhere. I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to be the culturalist. I want to be that guy that understand, like, oh, over here they only like these things, and over there they only like these things. So you represent a certain part of the country. What part of the country
I come from? Bristol, so West Country.
We love that, man. Big up the Bristonians out there, with the whammers and that. You get me? I don't know what that is, by the way. We'll leave that one there. Combine harvesters and all them ones there, bro. All right, well, we leave that. Shout out to the Bristonians, man. But yeah, bro, like, we need to take it back. You know, we what we do here, man. So yeah, talk to me, man. Do you know what? Forgive me. I don't feel comfortable. I actually don't feel comfortable. I need to sort something out. Hold tight. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I never do this. Apologies. I just got something up. Give me 1 second. 1 second.
A few moments later.
Now I feel better. Where are we? Okay, bro. Yeah. Now I feel good. Man. I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel comfortable, bro. I needed to hook myself up, bro. I understand why you do this.
It's when it gets to like a certain length, it's like sometimes it's just better to tie it up in some kind of way.
I agree, man. Same with me, man. I do this all the time, so I'm jiggy. I'm just like you. All right, bro. Yeah. So for those that are listening, I've just managed to put a little ponytail on my beard there. You get me? So as a little ode to our guest, you get me? But yeah, bro, let's take it all the way back, man. Let's take it all the way back. And by the way, I am doing the whole podcast like this. Let's take it all the way back, man. Take me back to your first love, man. What was the shoe that said to you, you gotta have me, bro?
Right then. So basically, I'll go right back, and it kind of starts off with I've got an American uncle. So this is where it all kind of started for me. So I'm slightly Americanized in that kind of sense. Hence the reason for the love of basketball and everything else as well. So
we will get into that as well, bro, because you've been riding heavy for the Heat and they're doing very well. I
know, right? Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, man. We love that. That.
Well, yeah. So basically, American uncle, and he was in the army as well. So I used to be able to go onto the American army bases. So it was, so it was quite cool. So obviously, it's being quite young as well. Like literally, I used to take all that kind of stuff in. So he bought me a few things like Chicago Bulls stuff, and of course, back then, I got to know who Jordan was. So obviously, the legend that is Michael Jordan, the GOAT. And yeah, I had my eyes on the infrared sixes. And that's where it kind of...
Super
hard. I know. And I kind of got a love for that. And then when I went onto the American Army base, they were saying that I could have a pair of sneakers when I went on there. And I came across it was a pair of sixes. It wasn't the infrareds, unfortunately, but it was the white with maroon sixes.
Okay.
And yeah, that was my first proper pair of Jordans. So I was only about 10. And yeah, and it kind of started from then. I started to get a love for Nike and for Air Max in general. And yeah, that was literally the proper starting point.
Oh, I just did a quick search because I wasn't aware of that is a lovely shoe. I see sixes are my sleeper when it comes to my Jordan number. Sixes are my sleeper. I know you got a few sixes. I saw that you got the Travis sixes as well, man. But sixes, man, obviously the infrared is like, for want of a better term, infamous. It's the one, like, it's amazing, right? But the six in general is a really, really cool looking shoe. Like, so yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. I'm definitely with you on that. Nah, man, cool, man. that is such an interesting sort of like entry into the game, bro. Like having an American uncle on an army base and managed to pick up like,
I know.
Like so that has to be the most interesting like pickup story I've ever heard. Like, how did that happen, man? But yeah, no, but obviously the connection to your uncle and obviously then the connection to America, him getting you into sort of basketball and opening that door sort of thing. But you're growing up, you grew up in Bristol.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, born and bred in Bristol.
Born and bred in Bristol, right? BBB. Born and bred in Bristol, right? 100% Bristonian, right? When you're growing up, in your mind's eye, in your heyday, what shoes are you seeing on the feet when you're walking around?
Back in the day, I kind of went to a kind of rough kind of school, like high school kind of thing. So everyone wasn't rolling in cash. So it was kind of one of those kind of things. So if you were lucky, you saw like Air Max 90s or something like that, or then it was like Adidas, Diodora, drain, Gola, high tech. You know what I mean?
Oh, we'll get into that. That's what's up. Nah, man. No, I respect that though. I respect that, man. So yeah. So you had a very, very like sort of in terms of like the shoes that were around you growing up, like it was super, super varied.
Yeah, definitely. Very.
Cool. Now that's understandable. That's understandable. So like obviously you mentioned it just now. Let's sort of just touch on that because I like to talk about it. Some people like to pretend it never happened, but it really did happen, man. I call them the unholy grails, right? Whether it happened to us or we had to dip in ourselves, it happened for a lot of people. Not everybody, but for a lot of people. I have a list. It's really, really long. I'm going to give you a few of them, but like you mentioned a few, Plimsoll's Gold or High Tech, Dunlop, Everlast, Lonsdale, Mercury, Ascot Tracks, Adore. Like there is a massive list, and as I said to someone recently, there's even a hierarchy. But yeah, you mentioned it. Did you ever have to dip in yourself?
There was times when I had high techs and all that. So like literally the first pair of high tops I ever had were a pair of white like high tech high tops.
High tech. So did high tech do high tops?
And I mean like
mind
early,
blown.
very, very early 90s. So I remember wearing it with a Puma tracksuit.
Jesus is Lord. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Bro, I did not, because the thing is, with high tech, yeah, some of you are not going to even realize out there that high tech, I believe, was a sports brand closely associated with racket sports like squash and tennis and that sort of stuff, right? So for them to have a high top kind of made no sense whatsoever. Like I was saying, like it kind of made no sense. So that just blew my mind, man. And I'm definitely going to try and find that picture, man, because that sounds crazy to me, man. But yeah, high tech, high top, bro. Yeah. To be honest, yeah, I was saying it to somebody recently. High tech are probably, they're not like, they are fully an unholy grail. Like we all agree, right? But they were the upper echelon of unholy grails. Like if you, like there are certain, silhouettes of a high tech that in years past have gone for like good money because like people just like the silhouette sort of thing. So it's one of them ones where it's kind of like it kind of borders on being a regular cool shoe sort of thing, depending on I suppose who's wearing it. And if obviously TucaTek is wearing it, then it is what it is, bro. It's an upper echelon shoe, man. But yeah, no, I respect that. I respect that, man. I respect that. Yeah, I had to dip in, man. But look at you now, bro. You're swimming in Jordans, bro. You get me? You can't turn your head. You can't turn your head for the Jordans and the SBs in the yard, bro. So now, man, you come through the other side and you're doing well, bro. So that's the most important thing, right? That's the most important. I was like, thank you very much. Yeah, I've done very well. I love it. So yeah, let's wing our way into your modern day collection, man. What you've currently got on feet and sort of what's in and around you, man. So this is the part of the interview I refer to as the EST of KIC. And when I say EST, I mean the oldest, the newest, the rarest, the greatest, the best.
Right, okay.
You get me? So yeah, man. So yeah, we'll keep it real simple and we'll start, as I said from the beginning. What is the oldest shoe you currently have in your collection?
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna go with basically my first pair of Jordan 3s, which were I always want to call them the infrareds. It wasn't. It was the crimsons. So I got Jordan 3 crimsons, and I literally wore them into the grounds. They are like a proper beater pair now, unfortunately. But we're looking about, I think it was like 2013, 2014.
Wow, that's time, man. That's a good 10, 11 years.
They still don't look too bad. Obviously, a bit of flaking on the leather and that, and I feel the underneath is starting to
like the sole's going,
it's starting to let water in. So if it's like rainy outside, it's not a good idea to wear them. But yeah, so I'd say that's one of my oldest pairs now.
Nah, that's respectable. That's a super solid pair, man. Yeah. Let's bring it all the way to the modern day now. Let's say, what's your most recent pickup, man? Because I know you, bro. TucaTek, I know you be picking up, bro. I know you like to post up, and say, "Oh, I missed out on this drop. I missed out on this drop," and then 3-4 days later, it's on feet, bro. So I know you be picking up.
Yeah. Right then. So actually, there's a new pair inbound as we speak.
Love that.
I managed to pick up the Travis Scott, the Air Max 1s, the Saturn Gold.
Yeah. I think I saw you post about that, man. Yeah, that's super hard, man. That Air Max one is very, very hard.
Thing is, the only downfall was obviously no actual proper box with it. So, which I'm a bit iffy about, but then I did put it up on my TikTok, and people did respond. Actually, if you want them that much and the price is good, then you're going to be wearing the sneaker, not the box. So,
yeah, I think it's just one of those. It's almost like the box is almost like a bit of a security blanket for a lot of sneakerheads. Yeah. It's just one of because obviously no one goes around wearing boxes. We don't go around carrying boxes. We don't use our box. Like, no, it's real. Please just look at the box. No, we don't do that. Like we just we wear the shoes, right? But it's almost It's almost that thing of your. That further legitimizes the kick. It further legitimizes the shoe, and also when you've got a shoe like a Travis Scott, where they tend to put a lot of thought into design of box and stuff like that, you want to have that as part of the collection, right? I get it. But in the same sense, bro, shoe's a shoe, man. Stick that on and keep it walking.
Yeah, well, Joe, I'm looking forward to wearing them. They're on their way. They've been authenticated on eBay already, and they're legit. So they're on the way.
Yeah. Shout out to eBay, man. Yeah. I'm really feeling the whole process of copying kicks on eBay. Where do you normally get your kicks from, if you don't mind me asking?
Actually, I'm normally pretty lucky. If I can, I actually pick them up at retail. So
I believe you.
It's only just lately that I've been just picking up a few here or there. I've obviously with the whole StockX thing, I kind of stepped away from there as soon as I knew it was starting to get a bit iffy, and I'm like, so I won't ever buy from there. But obviously, one of my bros who lives in Bristol, he told me about eBay's the place now, especially for the authentication. So.
Yeah, I would definitely second that. eBay is really, really good. You're probably gonna get a cheaper price from eBay because obviously you're dealing directly with another person similar to yourself. Then you're probably gonna get from Goat or a StockX. Now that being said, I've checked on Goat a number of times, and Goat have never really had any scandals in terms of legitimacy or authentic pairs and stuff like that. So if you can get a good price on Goat, and they also obviously take offers and stuff, and there's also used pairs on Goat as well. So that's also a viable option. But yeah, I've been loving eBay. I got my lost and found from eBay. I've been loving eBay recently, man. So yeah, eBay's definitely. I'm one of those guys. I've been using eBay for probably the last 10 years, not to buy shoes, but just to sell buy bits just in general. So when they got into the shoe game, I was super happy because I knew they were going to bring that same level of sort of legitimacy. And then when they got with SneakerCon for the authentication, I was like, nah, that's hands down, man. That's hands down. Because the other thing that happens on eBay, which is really annoying, is you might send somebody a shoe and they might come back and say, oh no, I don't like this part of the shoe, or I don't like that part of the shoe. And then you have to go back and forth and figure out whether you're going to do a refund. All of that's cut out now. Ain't no more refunds. It's gone to the eBay, right? They're going to authenticate it. Once it's been authenticated, it's going there. That's it. Whether they like the shoe, they don't like the shoe. The shoe's legit. That's it. If they don't want the shoe anymore, they got to figure out what to do with the shoe. You get me? And then it takes a lot of the issues away from being a seller on there. So yeah, no, I'm definitely feeling the eBay flex. What did you get in before the Saturn
before
Golds?
The Saturn Golds? That was the Run the Jewels lows.
Yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to ask you, because I actually got the Run the Jewels as well, and the Run the Jewels. Because I know you're an SB guy. I'm not really an SB guy, so I ended up moving them on. But I loved the colorway. I thought the colorway was super hard, man. So what are your thoughts on the Run the Jewels and the SB?
Yeah, I feel it was a great job. Obviously, I did like the mids as well. The whole pink and that. The thing is, I'm a massive Run the Jewels fan anyway, so I listen to music. I love Killer Mike, so. For me, it was more than
Yeah.
just getting the sneaker. It was more the fact that obviously I love the music as well. So it was more on that kind of level. Same with Travis Scott with like any of those kind of pickups.
I hear that. No, I hear that. I hear that. Yeah, man. Shout out to
Yeah,
ELP
damn it.
and yeah, and Killer Mac for doing their thing, man. Yeah, the shoe was super hard. There were so many Easter eggs on both of the silhouettes. It was a really, really cool drop. Talk to me. What's your most expensivest pair?
Ooh. Good question. I'd say it's my Mummy Dunks. My Mummy Dunks are sitting pretty good at the moment.
Yeah, they're doing decent. They're doing decent
and
money.
I did get those retail as well. I won them in a raffle.
Jeez, bro.
So yeah.
You need to educate me, T. You need to educate me, bro, because I am not getting a lot of kicks in retail. Shout out to Route One because I managed to pick up the Run the Jewels from Route One.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, my God, like to be fair, actually, I did get the Run the Jewels and I got the Big Bubbles retail. I got the Big Bubbles retail. Yeah, that's a very, very cool pair. The Mummies, man. Definitely a rare pair, once again, and definitely a pair that's a pretty penny. Yeah, man. You caught those retail, bro. And was that sneakers or was that
no,
like
it was Route One.
Or...
Funny enough. Yeah.
Route One, shout out to Route One, just spreading the love out here, man. I like Route One, bro.
I've managed to get 4 pairs of SB Dunks from them, so...
Oh no, Route One they're the GOAT, man. I love Route One, man. To be fair, now you're saying you've got 4. I think I got the Chlorophylls from Route One. I got as I said, I got the Run the Jewels, and I think I got
the Bart Simpsons as well. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. You get me? Like so Route One really spread the love, man. So shout out to Route One, man. We like that. We like that. Bro, what's your cheapest pair of shoes?
Cheapest pair. Well, maybe it's my cheapest pair, but cheapest only on the base of how much I paid for them, but they're actually worth something as well. Right, and so we had like a kind of like sneaker thing in Bristol back a couple of months ago, and these were a second-hand pair, which I was totally fine by. They're like 9 years old, so being honest, but I always wanted them. And it's the Jordan 3 Wolf Greys. I managed to get those for £100.
Wow. What are you going to do, bro? What are you going to do? £100 for the price of a Panda. You're picking up Wolf Greys, yeah? Do your thing, man. This guy is winning. Oh, my days, bro. Nah, that's fantastic.
Definitely.
That's fantastic.
I'm so happy with it.
That's super cool. That's very, very, very cool. Now, I love stuff like this. Is something that I've said to myself this year, man. I need to go outside, bro. I need to with the events and stuff like that. Like I recently missed Creps City, but I feel like Creps City is a little bit more sort of like people up their prices for Creps City. I think I want to go to I heard about some sneaker car boots and some other bits that people are doing, man. I want to go, man. I just want to go.
They're really cool. It's worth checking out.
Yeah, because the thing with me, I'm a size 12, so a lot of time it's very difficult for me to get kicks. Obviously, either in retail and if I'm getting them resale, it's usually like quite expensive. So like I recently started dipping into used pairs. Like I've come to the point now where I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna get my grills if I don't open myself up. Don't get me twisted. My preference would obviously be DS, but like. I've opened myself up to the understanding that some people are out here, they're gonna have the shoe. They may have worn it really lightly and looked after it really well. Like I have to open myself up to the idea of being able to sort of cop that shoe for a good price point. So just gotta do those things. And at the end of the day, we're wearing the shoes, man. So the fact that it's been worn before kind of helps you to wear it more, because sometimes when you get a shoe and it's super, super cold and it's like fresh and it's not been worn before, sometimes I get a little bit of anxiety before I put the shoe on. I'm like, do I really want to wear it today? No, I don't know if I want to wear it today, man. Do I want to break it out today? Boom, boom, boom. So you go back and forth. When the shoe's used, you're like, I'll just throw the shoe on, man. I can keep it moving, man, because I know I've got a good deal.
Yeah.
You get me? With the ones there, so yeah, that's a great deal, bro.
Yeah.
Wolf Greys. Yeah, Wolf Greys.
I know, right?
Oh, bro, that's a super hard deal. Yeah, fantastic. In terms of your best most comfortable?
Ooh, comfortable. Now that's always a hard one, even with like Jordans, because even after a certain point, all Jordans hurt you after a few hours wear. So,
can you imagine? And he used to ball out in them as well. Like he used to literally drop 60 in some of the worst comfortable shoes ever.
Well, yeah.
Oh my
you know the story, don't you, with Jordan? Like literally, when he first wore the Jordan 1, it literally made his feet bleed.
Oh
yeah,
my days.
I know.
This guy's dropping 60 and there's blood gushing in his toes.
Yeah, like literally, I think one of his toenails fell off later, and it was like,
oh my days. This is unbelievable, man. Yeah, it does not surprise me whatsoever.
Right then, so for a comfortable pair, I'd normally say the Frees. The Frees have always been comfortable. That's the reason why the Crimsons got so well worn, because they're just very, very comfortable. They're very kind of spacious. They're not so like tightly fitted. It's more rounded. Yeah,
it's not like a point. It is quite rounded on the toe box as well. So yeah, and I get where you're coming from with that. If you were to list your sort of top, just talking silhouette, not talking about colorway, because if you go colorway, it'll be a bit difficult.
Of course.
But like if you're talking like just silhouette in terms of comfort level, right? List your top 5. Hi there. So nice to see you. Sorry to interrupt the pod. I'll be literally 30 seconds. I just wanted to say thank you for being here. And also, if you enjoy the pod, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It really does help. Also, if you're listening on an audio platform, feel free to give us a review, whether it be positive or negative. Just leave a review. We really, really appreciate it. Also, feel free to listen to our old episodes. And if you ever want to get in contact, if you want to let me know what you're thinking, feeling, or whatever, holler at me. My name is PROZECH. PROZECH on all social media. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm enjoying TikTok at the moment. So feel free to holler at me. I will always holler back. And with all that being said, I'll let you get back to the pod. Toodles.
Right, and so Freeze is definitely going to be on the top. I'd then go 6s, because 6s can be quite comfortable. Then I'd say Air Max 1s, because I've got a nice collection of those as well. So
I love Air Max 1s. Yeah, they're comfortable.
Then after that, I'd probably say the 90s. 90s are very comfortable as well, the Air Max 90s. Then I'd probably go with the SB Dunks.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know they're built for comfort. Let me ask you a question, actually. That's a great list. Let me ask you a question, because I saw that you had the SB4s that came out, the Pine Greens. Super amazing shoe. Like, I love that shoe. Like, I don't have a 4 in my collection. I think that's probably the one I'm going to go for. I'm just going to go with that one, because I heard it's the most comfortable four. And is that the truth?
Yeah, that's the truth. Because basically, that was my second pair of 4s. The first pair was the Zen Master. But the thing is, I went with a 10.5 in the Zen Master, and I kind of learnt my lesson from those, because at certain times after a few hours, my toes start getting a bit cramped where they maybe swell up a little bit, and then they kind of expand. Jeez. And they can get they got quite uncomfortable. But I went with the 11s in the SB4s, and yeah, I agree that was so much better anyway.
Okay, is 11 your normal size?
I'm flipped between the 10.5 and 11, depending. So at the moment, even now with the SBs, I've started going back to 11s. But yeah, 10.5 normally.
So would you say, like, for like just in general for a Jordan 4, was it a good idea to go up half the size?
I'd probably say so. Yeah.
Do you know, that's good. That's good to know. That's good to know. That's good to know, especially if you're trying to pick up, like I'm thinking about picking up an SB. Secondary market's like $450,
it can be, depending on the size.
It's a pretty penny. So like, you don't want to take too many chances. So yeah, unless someone's out here trying to bless me, then I'll take all the chances I can.
If only, right?
If only, bro. I was saying, someone might. You never know. But no, I respect that. I respect that. If like, so like, would you say, yeah, if you're just like running out the house and bopping to the shops, what shoe in your house, what shoe in your collection are you drawing for?
Right, and when I'm kind of just stepping out of the house, and especially like,
Like them.
yeah, literally, I've got a pair. Well, I've got two pairs down by the front door, and one of them is a pair that I made myself on Nike by You, and they were
Like that.
so yeah, it was a pair of Nike Air Max ones with like Nike AL on the back in gold.
Nice.
I wear those to work every day. Those are now my beater shoe because I don't want to ruin any of my decent stuff. But I've also got a pair of Air Max 95s OGs next to the door.
Okay, so you're talking the yellows, yeah, neons and that. Okay, we like that. That's super hard. That's super hard for a beater. We love that.
That's my second pair as well. Yeah, that was my first
we
pair.
like that, man. No, we respect that. Talk to me about the pair that you because you mentioned that you do it for. So what do you do for work? If you don't mind.
Right. Well, I work in a shop called Slater's, which is like a men's suit shop. So I've done like men's suiting now for about 14 years. So it's been like my tip. Yeah. So I sell suits on a daily basis. That's my job.
You know what? Yeah, we have a little bit in common.
Okay.
Right. Didn't realize that. I didn't know that beforehand. So when I was in university, I worked in a shop called Hawes and Curtis.
Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. And they do suits and shirts, and they're on Jermyn Street in central London and stuff, and like it was a massive eye opener to me, like working in that kind of environment, even as like a person that loves sort of like streetwear and like being super comfortable, being in that environment, seeing how people pick up their suits and shirts and stuff. It's one of those sort of rites of passage sort of thing, getting your first suit, getting tailored, making sure everything's, and like I wear a suit literally every week. Like whether I'm going, like I don't really wear suits to work because most places, but like I'll wear a suit to church or I'll wear a suit like going out. Like it's just one of them things now, like is ingrained. Like as much as you're going to see me in hoodies and kicks, you're going to see me wearing a suit once or twice as well. So I think people out there, if you're going to check out my Instagram, you might see me wearing a suit with some kicks. You never know. Right. So no, it's really, really cool that you're into that, man. You're into that. Bro, talk to me, man. Wearing like a 2-piece, 3-piece suit with trainers, are you in for it or are you
right
out?
Then? So I'd probably say more from like a prom point of view. I'm kind of cool with it because believe me, obviously I've been doing a lot of prom suits lately. So that
I get you.
So yeah, it is prom season, and I actually did my son's prom suit because it's his prom this year as well. So he's like turning 16 this year. So.
Wow, man! Shout out to TucaTek Junior out there, bro. Going to his prom and that.
Hey, I don't know if you noticed, but his birthday pair of trainers. So his birthday's in July. I managed to get hold of the Travis Scott olives for him.
Is that? Oh yeah, I did see you had the olives. Oh wow, is he gonna rock that for his prom?
No, he was considering. We managed to pick him up a nice pair of shoes and that to go with the suit and that. But
fair enough.
As soon as I got them, because obviously I got exclusive access on sneakers.
Yeah, I saw, because you're the man, right? You get exclusive.
I just couldn't believe my luck, because obviously it didn't go up to my size, so I couldn't even grab myself for like a pair of 10.5 or 11s. So the most it was going up to was like about a 9. And I was thinking, it's his 16th birthday coming up. I was thinking, what a great pair of sneakers for your birthday.
That's an amazing.
A pair of like Grails. They're Grails, aren't they? Nevertheless.
Awesome shoe, man. Like, would you say, like, what silhouette do you think goes best with a suit? Because last Sunday, me and my wife, so shout out to to Mrs. Pro and that, we celebrated our 9-year anniversary just like thank you so much, just a couple of days ago, man. So it was like the 29th of May, right? And when we went out that day, I wore like a nice sort of chocolate brown suit with the medium curries. Right, those guys up there with the medium curries, like, and the brown kind. I'm gonna say it was similar types of brown. I'll throw up a picture for those that are watching, and like thank me later because your boy was looking super handsome, right? About there, right? But like I thought that day, you know what? Yeah, the dunks do go quite well with the shoe, especially if it's quite tailored and that. But in your opinion, what sneaker goes well with a suit?
I'd probably agree over like a Dunk or a Jordan 1. So if you went for a low would work quite well, like Jordan 1. I think that works. And obviously I've seen people use like Converse as well, and Converse seems to work too. So
yeah, Converse. It needs to be like a quite slim line.
Yeah.
Shoe. You can't really be too bulky. Yeah, no, I agree, man. No, man, Tuca, what is your greatest pair? The pair you're most proud of in your collection? What would you say?
Greatest pair.
And I know this is probably a question that if I asked you next week, that the answer could be different. If I asked you last week, the answer could have been different. But like, don't put too much pressure on yourself. I just want to know what the greatest pair is in your collection.
Well, there's a few. Can I say a few?
Of course.
Right then. So definitely the infrared 6s. 100%. The Travis Scott 6s, the British khaki. Definitely. The Jordan 4 SBs. And what I've got on my feet right now, I've got the orange lobsters. So.
Bro, talk to me about them orange lobsters, yeah? Because I swear you picked them up retail as well.
No, I didn't get them retail, unfortunately, and I'm not going to go into price either. But believe me, I didn't do too bad to get the price down a bit. So
I respect it. You see, all these days for the goose, one day for the gander. You gotta pay the piper one day. I respect it, man. But yeah, them orange lobsters, fire. Because they dropped at the end of the year 2022, right? Oh, come on. End of the year 2022, like, and they were just the reason why I thought you got them retail was because there was like a sneakers live or something where they dropped during the sneakers live, and I remember I don't know if you know ACS Sneakers, him saying that he copped via that route, and I think I was watching that sneakers live. And I think I got distracted for whatever reason, and I just didn't manage to pick them up. But as I said, I'm not really a massive SB guy. I just wanted to get it for the nostalgia. But like, it's a really cool shoe. Man. Do you ever wear the band on it as well?
I've done it just for things like photos and the occasional video and stuff like that. But I really don't want to crease the toe box if I can. Like, you know,
makes sense.
Because obviously, as you know, like literally when they were first coming out, they were leaving the bands on, and it was literally creasing it, and it was like leaving like thick band lines. So I don't want to ruin them. There is a slight band mark on one of them, and I'm fine with that, but I'm not going to keep the bands on there.
No, I respect it. Yeah, that's a super hard shoe, man. That's a great list as well.
Nice.
We like that. Okay. Now, I just wanted to talk to you about sort of your social media journey, man, because ultimately, like, you've been posting sort of on social media for a little while now. You've got quite a decent following on Instagram as well. Like, talk to me sort of like what sort of got you posting about sneakers, just posting in general?
Well, yeah, it kind of originally started off just like whenever I got like new sneakers, I'd do some like really cool photos on Instagram. But obviously, like my Instagram's like a mixture of everything because it's like family, and the thing is, I'm a part of a massive bearded organization called the Bearded Villains. So obviously, that's the reason why I've got such a large following on Instagram because of my beard. So,
bro. Yeah, the Bearded Villains, bro. I need to get involved, bro. I need to get involved. But be honest with me though. Like, and I'm so fragile. Don't hurt my feelings, yeah. I'm asking, but I don't even want to. Do you know what I'm gonna
go on?
All right, I'm gonna say it. Is my beard long enough to be in the Bearded Villains? Don't even answer the. No, don't do it, bro. Don't do. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it, bro. I know. Don't.
Right. So we do have a minimum that you got to kind of work to, and it's 4 centimeters off the chin. So if it's 4 centimeters off the chin, you can start off.
Do you know what, man? Let's do this right now. I ain't even trying to play games, bro. I gotta take measure right. I don't even know you're gonna say that. Let me take my little thing off, man, and let's work this thing out now. Yeah, because I might be a bearded villain before the end of the night. I'm just letting everybody know. I tied this thing on too tight. Oh, okay. So I'm taking off a little scrunchy bandy thing. Okay, here we go. After doing that, I think
it's looking pretty good to me.
I think I got 4 centimeters still. Stick it right in there. So, okay, let's see. Am I allowed to pull it?
No, you can't pull it. It's got to be like natural.
Natural, just a natural drop. Yeah. Okay. So let's say about here. Is that fair? Okay. Moment of truth. That's 5.5, G. Where are you? That's 5.5, G. That's 5.5. You can't even see it. 5.5.
Right.
Bro, I'm in. I'm a villain, bro.
Are you like in the London area or?
I'm actually in the Kent area, but not too far from London.
We do have a chapter in London. So look for Bearded Villains London. And if you feel the need to join, then ask to jump aboard.
Oh, man. If I mention your name, am I going to get any special kind of treatment, G?
Quite a lot of people know me, so maybe a small chance, yes.
We like that, man. Because I've always fancied myself a bit of a heel, man, a bit of a villain, man. You know them lovable ones, like in WWE, man, the ones that everyone loves to hate, sort of thing. I'm that guy, bro. So yeah, man.
Hey, we do a lot of charity work, so it's probably worth it.
That's really cool. That's massive. We like that, man. See, this is what happened, man. You grow a beard, and I'm saying now I'm part of the team, bro. Now I'm part of the team. Unofficially. Obviously, with the sneakers, like, what sort of made you think, you know what, man? Like, it's literally like, oh, this is like a really big passion of mine. I just want to share it with the world. Is that kind of vibe?
Yeah, it was literally just that. It just all of a sudden I started buying ones and stuff like that, and then it was just like popping photos up, and before you know it, and then as time went on and TikTok started to grow, I was like, do you know what? I wouldn't mind doing videos and stuff like that, and get a bit more comfortable talking on video and stuff like that. So literally, that's where it went with the TikTok, and I thought, right, if I'm going to do TikTok, it's literally going to just be sneaker related, and that's what I've done.
No, I love it, bro. I love it, man. Because the funny thing is, and I don't know whether you've heard this or anyone told you about this, because way before, like, I started doing YouTube, I was just a big fan of YouTube, and there was a few YouTubers that I used to watch. And I used to watch a lot of food YouTube. I'm a big boy and I like my food, so I used to watch a lot of food YouTube. And I don't know if you know about this guy. His name is Adam something. Beard meets food.
Yes. Yeah,
Beard
legend.
meets food, right? So, absolute legend in the game. Like, if you don't know about Beard meets food, he's like probably like the number 1, number 2 competitive eater in the UK. Literally, if you saw him, he's like slim built, but the guy just pack away a lunch, bro. Like no one's business, G. Like, and he's a really good sort of like a content creator as well. Like, his videos are really engaging and really cool. And I'd love to get the opportunity to speak to him one day, man. But like, when I saw you, I was like, bro, I can't believe in the culture, in the sneaker culture, we've got one of these, bro. We've literally got our very own Beards meets Kicks, bro. We've got our own.
Yeah.
In terms of like your plans for the channel, for yourself, in terms of content, what are you thinking in terms of your social media journey?
All I'm doing at the moment is just trying to grow. I want to get to that 1,000 so I can start doing lives. I'm desperate to do lives. I just want to keep on adding, and I may have to get to that point where I start doing YouTube as well, because I haven't stepped onto that yet. But I just want to try and get my TikTok up there first before making a jump as well.
I respect that, man. I respect that. And I think you could definitely bang off lives. I need to do more lives because people really, that is a great way to
Yeah, it
grow.
definitely is.
It's a
Yeah.
really great, I've seen it. I've seen so many people do it. I think the thing with me is like, I've got a regular job. I do content for other brands as well, and then I do an hour, 2 hour podcast every week. So the time to sit down and do a live, sometimes it
Yeah.
doesn't. I need to schedule it. I need to schedule it so that it's a weekly occurrence, whether it's a weekly, whether it's for an hour, 45 minutes, boom. Like it really is, because I've seen like certain people that have been on the channel and been on the podcast before. People like Bugs do lives. Adam Roberts does lives as well sometimes, and their channels have grown really, really significantly, and it's a really, really cool way to do it. A really good way to
Yeah.
connect with your audience,
Definitely.
man.
Yeah.
It really, really does help, man. So yeah, I fully respect that, man. I really, really do. In terms of the culture, like there's not been a huge amount of news recently, but are there any shoes that you're sort of looking forward to potentially picking up in the near
Yeah.
future?
There is, surprisingly, and obviously it's only just been mentioned in the last week. But
I know what you're gonna say.
Right,
I know what you're gonna say.
if you do, then obviously you would know. Then these are my growl. These are the pair that this is the
Really?
pair that I really, really want. Those are like
Because they said it was never going to happen. They said it was never going to happen.
3 years later, there is a possibility I may be able to get these for retail. And yes, it is the Travis Scott SB Dunks.
SB Dunks, boy. The Travis Scott SB Dunks. Yes, that is a massive piece of news.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. They are flirting with the idea. So they actually have said that they possibly could be coming out in September.
That's right. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Is that what I'm? So that would be crazy. That would be
well. The
nuts.
thing is, the icing on the cake for that month. So obviously, like, it's my youngest daughter's birthday. It's my missus' birthday. My first grandchild is going to be born that month also.
Are you serious, bro? Like, what is that beard hiding? What? No, man, no, you're the man, bro. If you're trying to live young, if you're trying to look young, you need to grow a beard. This guy is, I don't know how old this guy is, man. You talk about grandchildren, he looks like he's younger than me. Oh my days.
How old are
you? Crazy. I am 30-ish. People out there trying to cut my. I'm in my 30s.
Right,
upper 30s, let's say.
Yeah, I'm definitely older.
I respect it. No, man, that's super cool, man. Congratulations, man. Those are some amazing milestones, man. And then what I suppose capping it off with the Travis speed would be
honestly,
crazy month,
I'd
man.
probably lose my mind if I actually managed to pull it off. Honestly, the up there with sick. Like the chunky dunks, like literally, for me, the Travis ones are very, very, very top of my list. So I really want them.
I respect that. Do you know what? Yeah, let me even be real with you. Yeah, right. I recently did on TikTok. I think you did this as well. The bracket, the sneaker tournament, right? Right, and people were getting at me because I chose the Wave Runner over the SB Dunk, right? I chose, it's but the only reason I did that, right, and this is the only reason I did that, number one, because I was running out of time, and number two, right, because the Wave Runner is a shoe that, like, when I got in the game, was like a grail to me. It was a grail to me, and it was a grail to me as in, like, that was a shoe that I'd been thinking about for years. And I wasn't aware of the Travises at this time. I'd been thinking about the Yeezys for years. Like, I've got a very close association with Yeezy, right? So when I sort of deeped all of that, I had to go with the Yeezy, right? That being said, in terms of a silhouette, in terms of a shoe, right, that really broke the mold in terms of like a collaboration that sort of just spoke so heavily of both parties. Like, I'm saying, like, it just was so strong in terms of the marketing as well and the story behind it. Like, that SB was
Yeah.
fantastic. So if I get that SB, because I'm not an SB guy, if I get the SB, mark my words, I won't sell that SB. I will keep that
Yeah.
SB. That's one.
Yeah.
That is a key part. That is definitely a key part. Oh, I won't sell it quickly anyway. But I'll definitely, when I sell it, if I do sell it, it'll be used because I'm definitely rocking that shoe because that's an amazing shoe, bro. The bandana, the brown, like he did so many things. He brought so many cool things to the table, man. The rope laces as well. Like, there's so many cool elements to that shoe, man. I love that shoe. It's a fantastic shoe. I'm going to ask you something a little bit weird now. It's a little bit weird. Your house is burning down. You can only grab one. What you taking? And I'm not talking children.
Oh God, that's such a hard one. I
know.
Yeah,
terrible question.
It's terrible. Probably my mummy's.
Yeah, I respect that. Because they are a really, really interesting shoe. They're so unique as well. I recently saw a video. Shout out to Alex from Sneak Supply. Love those guys. Definitely doing some work with those guys in the future. He took the mummies to Egypt. He literally has a video of him outside the pyramids. These are literally standing on a rock with his mummies, and I'm like, bro, he took the mummies to the motherland. That's full circle right there, bro. So I love that. I love to see those sorts of things, man. So yeah, the mummies are super hard, bro. Right. I got another sort of weird and wonderful question, and this is a question that I refer to as desert island kicks. Right? So desert island kicks. Okay, let me set the scene for you, TucaTek. You are on a desert island. You don't know how you got there, but you do have 2 pairs of kicks with you. They don't have to be from your collection, but they're with you on the island. What 2 pairs of shoes do you have with you on this island, and why?
Right, I'd probably say my my Air Max 95 like OGs, just on the basis they're quite comfy and they got a nice heavy kind of grip on them. So if I need to start climbing up like rocks and stuff like that, I'm not going to slip off and stuff.
They got some bulk to them.
Old Faithfuls, like, so so I'd say those, and maybe then just the Travis Scott SBs, just on the basis that I want them. And if I'm going to die on an island somewhere, at least I'd have like my Grell kicks with me, right?
I respect it, man. I respect it. It's your island, bro. Do what you want to do, man. Because the thing is, you may get rescued. And I'm saying you might as well get rescued in a pair of spicy kicks, bro. You might as well get rescued in some hypey kicks, bro. It's true. So no, I respect that, man. I respect that. That's all good. I don't know if I asked you already. I probably did, but just in case I didn't, right? Like, since you've been in the sneaker scene, right? Since you've been like posting content, how have you found the response in terms of us content creators in sneakers?
Pretty good. I gotta be honest, as time's gone on, I've made more and more friends, and once that we actually like chat to each other and we set ourselves like challenges and stuff like that. Joanne, it's been pretty good. Don't get me wrong, you're gonna get your keyboard warrior like children who's like, that's a terrible looking outfit kind of thing, or you got no drip and all that kind of jazz. So you get your negative, but you get your good as well. Joanne, I just kind of ignore or just say something back to them, basically, because I take no kind of rubbish.
I respect that. I know what you wanted to say. Right. So
hey, I'm good. I'm doing good.
You're a good guy. So that actually reminds me of something, man. Mean comments, right? Because this is something that when you're getting into the idea of posting content, you don't consider like the depth somebody might go to to actually sort of like try and, I suppose, I don't know if hurt you is too strong a word, but like just to like sort of like poke fun at you sometimes or whatever. Have you had any sort of like funny / like that's nuts comments?
Well, I literally had one like literally only the other day. So this is one of the guy that's part of my like American crew that I seem to be doing like challenges and stuff like that with on TikTok. So we're starting to get close. But he said I'm his favorite roadman, and I'm like, I am no roadman. At no point is there anything that I wear. Do you see me in a tech like suit?
Tech fleece.
Do you see me in a tech fleece ever? I am no roadman. Nothing against roadmen whatsoever, but that is so not me.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I think he's just thinking to himself, oh, in the UK, we all use terminology roadman, and it don't really work like that.
I said, you know, I'm totally offended by that.
Oh my days, that's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. You see the Americans, man. The thing is, we use it as well. We go back and forth with their slang as well, man. But it's so interesting when you hear Americans use our slang, like, and they try and use it in the right context. So sometimes it don't come off. But that's all good, man. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. All right, bro. What we're gonna do now, is we're gonna do some quick fire questions.
All right.
Yeah. And these quick fire questions, I'm going to be real with you, man. I just need you to just shoot from the hip, say it with chest, no dilly-dally, all of that sort of jazz. Yeah, right. I don't read fast. Don't worry. I don't read fast. You get me? So you're in good hands. So you're going to hear the question good and clear. You get me? I just need the answer real quick.
Okay.
Right? So without any further sort of delay, let's get into this quick fire questions in 3, 2, 1. We start as we always start. The big one. Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
New Balance or Adidas?
Adidas.
Can you wear Nike and Adidas together, yes or no?
Not really, no.
Okay, we might come back to that. What is your Jordan number?
What, as in favourite, like, Jordan?
Favourite silhouette?
It's going to be a 6.
Respect. YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok?
Or it's going to be TikTok from my sneakers, so...
I respect it. Sneakers, kicks, or Creps?
Sneakers.
What is your favourite collaboration? I know the answer.
Yeah, Travis Scott. That's it. Every time.
Vans or Converse?
Vans.
SBs or Dunks?
SBs.
Laces or slip-ons?
Laces.
Are you doing default laces or do you use patterns on your laces?
I don't mind going with default. I've got no problem with that.
Respect it. Do you customize your shoes or are you straight factory settings?
Factory settings, occasional, custom.
Okay. Retro or innovation?
Retro.
Flip-flops or slides? You must choose
Flip-flops.
Socks or barefoot?
I like to go barefoot.
I respect it. I like that as well. Comfort or style?
Style.
Fresh and clean or beaten and battered?
Fresh and clean.
Washing machine or hand wash your kicks? That was quick. I respect it. Lows, mids, or highs?
Lows.
And lastly, triple blacks or white on whites?
Oh, white on whites.
Respectfully, you have completed your quick fire questions. Well done. Fairly unscathed. There was something I just needed to sort of clarify. Because there was a little trepidation in your voice. I heard a little quiver. Just a little confusion. Let's bottom this out. Let's clarify it, right? Let's clarify it. We got time. Let's clarify it. Right. So I asked you the question, can you wear Nike and Adidas together? What I think you said was, not normally or not always, or I'm not sure. What did you say? Because it wasn't no straight away. I know that for a fact.
Just on the basis, like, don't get me wrong, I don't wear tracksuits anyway in general. So, like, literally, I wouldn't wear like an Adidas tracksuit with a pair of Nikes, but I wouldn't wear like a pair of Adidas socks with a pair of Nikes. It's all like a contradiction. But like when I'm going to work and I'm wearing my Nikes that I told you about, I do wear an Adidas Originals jacket.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work, bro. You're out. No, I'm joking, man. No, I get you. Oh my days. I've got the Adidas Originals with the Nikes, with the OGs on the 95s, yeah. Okay, I mean, I was gonna say I respect it, but I disrespect it. It's terrible. But you get me.
Yeah.
But to each their own.
Yeah.
You get me. And what I'm learning, even though obviously, as you can tell, I'm vehemently against anyone that combines Nike and Adidas, no matter how badly Adidas are doing in terms of business, they will and forever will be mortal enemies in my opinion.
I don't disagree on that bit. No.
So although I'm silently judging you right through the internet, I'm slowly coming to the understanding that there are certain circumstances where people back into that situation. And I have to be honest, a lot of times it's carelessness. A lot of times people are just not thinking when they should be thinking more, right? That's the truth of the matter. But I do understand that people have lives and children and jobs and stuff, and maybe those things are slightly more important than kicks once or twice a week. So no, we'll leave that one there, man. But yeah, thank you for sharing, man. Thank you for exposing yourself, is what I should say. All right, bro. Do you know what I want to ask you? I want to ask you about the term sneakerhead because it's something that obviously expanded about a lot within our community. It's even used as a term to describe our community. Some people look at it and they're like, it makes me feel part of a group, part of a culture. And some people look at it as sort of like a gatekeeping term, like those guys are over there and those guys know about things and I don't know as much as they. So I suppose I'm not. In your mind, what does the term sneakerhead actually mean?
It's literally someone who just really cares about it all, like the culture, the where Jordans come from in the first place, knowing it's to do with basketball and stuff like that. It's just literally just being in the know. Don't get me wrong, you don't have to have a gigantic collection to be a sneakerhead. You just got to have some form of love for it. That's what I feel, anyway.
I couldn't think. I mean, like, you literally said it all, man. I completely agree with everything that you said. And with all that being said, TucaTek, bro, are you a sneakerhead?
Definitely a sneakerhead.
TucaTek coming all the way out of Bristol. You get me? With the Whammers. Still don't know what they are, right? 100% Kicks Chronicles certified sneakerhead, bro. And it's been amazing having you on the podcast, man. Thank you so much, my G, bro. I just, we're going to get into the social media and stuff, but there was something I said I was going to talk to you about. Let's talk about it briefly now, man. Your Miami Heat. Jimmy Buckets is doing the business right now. They've just got through to the NBA Finals. It's the second time in the last 3 or 4 years. Obviously, the last time was in the bubble. He's pulled it out of the bag. They went all they were 3 up,
and then literally Boston come
and
back.
They got pulled all the way back by Boston, right? And they won. They won the rubber. They won Game 7, right? At the Garden as well, which is massive, right? So absolutely crazy. Like Jimmy has a way of just digging in, bro, and he's just got that determination, that dogged determination that he's just like, I will not be beaten, right? I will not be beaten, bro. Talk to me about your Miami Heat, and talk to me also, right, about because I see you rock a lot of the jerseys and stuff like that. Like there was a shoe I remember that LeBron had. Right, one of his I think it was called the South Beach.
The South Beaches,
yeah, man. Do you vibe with the sort of Miami flavor in terms of the kicks? Because I know like DJ Khaled has had a few shoes. That's what I represent Miami. Like, do you vibe with that? Like, talk to me about Miami.
Yeah, well, obviously I've been to Florida like 5 times, but I've never managed to get down to Miami yet. But I just know that that's my kind of place. So that state in general, Florida, is just great. So being honest, yeah, I feel that it's like a second home, especially because I love America in that kind of sense anyway. So, but yeah, I love the flavor. Obviously a big fan of DJ Khaled, Dream, just
I saw that you had the fives, right? You had
the Crimsons, which are just actually they're beautiful. That is such a great sneaker in general.
A lot of people slept on that, you know. I think Adam Roberts as well. Adam Roberts was like, that's one of my like best kicks of 2022. And I was like, really? Because I managed to get them as well. Like, it was when I got it in hand, because there was a delay. When I got it in hand, right, I was shocked with the quality. I couldn't believe how much quality they put into the shoe. I was like, this is really, they put a lot of effort into the shoe, you know.
Premium leather really compared to what a lot of the things they're putting out.
I'm like, compared to, exactly. So it was a really, really good shoe, man. And I'm similar in the sense that, like, I feel like I've never been to Miami as well, but I really dig like the Miami vibe, bro. Like Miami, even in terms of basketball, because when like obviously when the 3 was there and Chris Bosh, Wade or whatever, but even slightly before that when Shaq was there with D Wade and stuff like that, there's always been like a little bit something special about Miami. Like there's always been something a little bit special, like and like to see what they're doing now is really, really cool. Give me your prediction in terms of the NBA finals. Like I know what you want to happen, but like talk to me. What do you actually think will
whether
happen?
or not it's like can we do it? I'd like to say yes. There's just something going on at the moment, and Butler is definitely he predicted this was going to happen over a year ago. So this is even weirder. And even then, so say he was playing some form of mind game. That was a reason why we went 3 ahead and let them come back slightly and then went to Boston and just slayed them. And believe me, it was a slay as well, mind you, like nearly 20 points, wasn't it? Like literally we compared to the match before where they beat us by 1 point.
Yeah, it was super tight the ones before. But the thing is, you thought the momentum was shifting, but he said it. He said, I'm not worried. He kept on saying it, and he was like, bro, you're crazy.
Yeah.
But he is that guy. He is him. Like, when it comes to those kind of like, and even at the ceremony, I think I saw Bam try to give him
he goes, no, I'll
the
get
Eastern
the next
Conference,
one.
and he's like, this is it, bro. When people make statements like that, I'm like, bro, that's that guy, bro. Mama, that's that man, bro.
Trophy.
Bro, he's not interested in no fake trophy, bro. I want the real thing. I want that golden Larry O'Brien thing. You get me? No, I respect it, man. And like, obviously, shout out to Denver and that because they've been clinical. Like, Joker's been popping up triple doubles like it's M&M's, bro. Like he's a different kind of beast, man. Jamal Murray's been doing this thing as well. Like, so it's gonna be a very, very cool final, man. I'm a Golden State fan. Like Splash Brothers all day. But like seeing a final where you've got like such talent on show, like you've got that heart and tenacity of like Miami with that style as well, and you've got the more clinical. Because when I look at Denver, they give me San Antonio Spurs vibes from back in the day. That clear, because if they keep that together, they could get 3 or 4. Because they're so clinical, and the Joker's just that guy. He's that Tim Duncan, bro. He's that triple double every game, bro. Like, and if they keep it all together, they could do really well with it. But it's gonna be a really cool final. I'll definitely be watching, man. So I said I was gonna ask you about it. I definitely need to ask you about it. But yeah, bro, before I let you go, man, please let the people know what you got going on in your life. Obviously, how they can get in contact with you, how they can support your
sure. So obviously, I'm TucaTek on TikTok. So follow me on there. I'll follow you back. Do you know what I mean? I always reply to comments and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I'm more than happy. If people ask me a question, I will definitely answer it. And then obviously, then there's Alex TucaTek Latuca on Instagram. And obviously, that's a mixture, like I said, of my sneakers and obviously the bearded villain thing and everything else in my life.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Guys, make sure to go light him up, man. It's been amazing on the podcast today, man. So yeah, it's been really, really
Thank
cool
you.
having you to come.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, I'm wanting to speak. Yeah, man, I've wanted to speak to you for a while, man. My fellow beard, bro. You get me? I need to speak to these guys out here, man. And so yeah, man, this has been another episode of Kicks Chronicles with our special, amazing guest, our illustrious guest, TucaTek was in the building, and yeah, it's your boy PROZECH. Till I see you, man, down the roads. Obviously, make sure, like, comment, subscribe, do all of that great stuff. But until I see you, man, down the roads, everybody stay blessed, man.
A few moments later.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Denver in 6.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Denver in 6. I want Miami to win. Because I love Jimmy, bro. I love Jimmy. If Miami win, I'll be so happy. Because they are like one of my secondary teams, like from before. But I gotta respect what Denver's done, bro.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It, man. They've been super clinical. Yeah, man. But yeah, either way, I'm celebrating.
Good.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Kicks Chronicles. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, rate, review, and all that good stuff. And remember, full video version is available on YouTube, audio versions available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.